All right, gang. Now I am with John and we are going to look inside a real beehive and understand how honey is being made from the bees. John, take it away.
Right, so we got a beehive here, which is just made out of glass, so we can look right through. I got a glass channel with a hole through the wall where they come and go freely, just like anything else, but we basically inside the living area of a beehive. You can see there's a lot of extra honey storage just on here. We can't see the extra frames. In spring, we usually have it empty. They're filling every little crevice with extra honey storage because they are so efficient. They're thinking there's going to be a good winter coming, and whatever honey they can get out in the field today and tomorrow and whenever the weather's right, they will store it in there for winter food. It keeps them warm in the winter. When it gets cold, they eat the honey and it's their energy, and they start shivering and getting warm and keeping the nest, which is a center for the egg laying and the baby nursery, keep it nice and warm, 37 to 38 degrees. And so that the babies can just develop at the constant rate, because if it's colder, it takes longer. And then if it's hotter, well, then that's not right either. They need to control it at that right temperature. Right. Just like an egg, on a chicken egg, it has to be right.
So what you're saying is that there is a queen bee constantly in all beehives.
Yep.
And what people may not know is it's actually the female doing all the hard work.
That's right.
And they're looking after the queen, or what are they specifically doing for that queen bee?
The queen bee, every functioning beehive has to have one queen bee.
Okay.
And if she gets old, she makes new ones, and then the hive will divide, or the young one will take over the old one.
Right.
That's what happens in autumn. They are not much difference in size. That the worker bee is just your normal size like this. The queen bee is slightly longer because she's got to lay an egg in the bottom of the cell, right smack back in the middle. So she'll fit nicely in there, and then the egg comes out of the bottom. The drone is a lot thicker, and they're only usually around spring and summer, and their only use is to fertilise the queen bees, the young virgin queen bees.
Right.
20 of those usually fertilise one queen bee, and that is enough for the lifespan, so she can lay fertilised eggs, which then turn into worker bees. So the whole beehive, basically 99% is female, sterile female worker bees. Wow. One queen, and in spring we have a few drones, say 100, 200. That's it.
And so what they're doing is creating honey, or what is essentially their food.
Yep.
For hibernation period?
For hibernation or anything. I mean, they do need 100 kilos of honey. A functioning beehive, that worked out, uses up 100 kilos of honey as energy for the whole year. Like we would use carbohydrates and energy to sit and breathe, right? So that 100 kilos is what they constantly, half a kilo every day goes in, and they consume that. And so for winter, when they can't go and forage, they have extra storage, and they just hibernate and they keep the temperature their best they can. But if they run out, they'll get cold and eventually will die from starvation.
Right.
So they know, and the successful beehive, they will collect as much as they can and then survive winter, and then come again spring, they divide, and each bee's hive can be 2 or 3 in the following spring.
Right, okay.
So as a beekeeper, we've managed that. We split them, we make more hives, and creates more honey for the following season.
There you go. So then how many bees are actually inside one of these?
In a single box, you have 25 to 30,000 worker bees, one queen. And then when we, in the field, stack an extra box up, it can go to 50 to 60,000 in a commercial beehive.
There you go. All right. So what we're going to do in the next segment is we're actually going to find out what actually happens after the honey has been made. All right, John, where are we now?
We're in a packing shed warehouse where we bottle the clean honey in from those tanks straight into the jar.
Right.
Over the lid tightener to the labeler, and then packing away into boxes.
There you go. And so this is the production line. Once it spits out all the honey into these jars,
Yep.
And then it just goes along here, and then the labelers are done?
Yep.
There you go, okay.
Yep.
And so is there any purifying done from up there?
That is all clean honey already in those tanks. So these tanks are not that one there, but you know, there's new tanks. They get washed, they get cleaned. The honey gets strained into a tank and bottled out of that.
Okay.
There's nothing in them. They clean.
And this is organic honey.
That's organic honey. That one here, yeah.
And when we talk about organic honey, what does that mean?
Organic honey is away from any farmland, away from golf courses, away from any human interaction. So this honey is produced 50 kilometres southeast of southwest of Mildura,
Right.
in a big sunset desert.
Right.
And yeah, there's not much life over there unless you supply water. And
So you're physically taking the water to the bees?
yes,
Right.
Every
so
week.
they can, every week,
every week.
so they can survive and do what they do best.
Well, the water is basically for them to drink,
Right.
to keep going, but also on hot days, evaporative cooling. So they basically suck up the water and they spray it into the beehive and cool the hive just by blowing air through the hive.
Oh, interesting. There you go.
So if they run out of water, they get hot, and when they get hot, they die.
Okay. And then after this whole production line is done, this is when you then give it to customers and to give it to the public?
Well, it goes straight onto the shelf, fruit shop, Woolies, wherever it goes.
Wherever it goes. And does this happen every day?
Yes,
Every day.
yeah.
There you go.
See, there's another bottling girl that's here next door.
Yeah.
She's usually on one of these, but we have the other fellow fixing stuff. We always have breakdowns, so
Yeah.
we just got to juggle jobs.
Yeah. Okay. How long was that?
My name's John, the founder of Pure Peninsula Honey. I got your top 3 tips if you want to become a beekeeper. You have to be passionate, so that means you got to keep learning, got to keep going. You can't be put off by anything. Keep learning is you join a network, you join a club. You can find them on Facebook. You can read books, go on YouTube. Just keep on learning, keep absorbing it. And the third one is you got to get started. You got to get a beehive or 2. And you got to actually learn hands-on, and this is how you get good at it, and then it grows from there.
I hope you had a sweet day here at Pure Peninsula Honey and learnt some unbelievable advice. If you are looking to become a beekeeper, we'll catch you on the next episode. Bzzz.